INCRadio, DZEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. You are listening to INCRadio Virginia's Satellite Studio. I'm Sister Lorraine Lowinko from the local of Fayetteville, North Carolina, District of Virginia. Kamusta po ang lahat? It's Saturday again, and joining me for today's episode are my co-hosts.
Good afternoon, everyone. Again, this is Sister Boots Langston from the local congregation of Huntsville, Alabama, welcoming you back to our program.
This is Brother Andrew Wynn from the local congregation of High Point, North Carolina. Sister Lorraine, who's next?
Thank you so much, Sister Boots and Brother Andrew. I like the energy today. And our topic for today, dear viewers and listeners, it's about the power of gratitude. Okay, gratitude comes from the word gratus, meaning thankful, and in Tagalog, it's pasasalamat. So I would like to say thank you so much for all of you who are listening right now on our INCRadio Virginia Satellite Studio. In Kapampangan, dakal pong salamat. In Spanish, gratitude. And in Korean, it's gomaum. All right. And as a teacher also, I would like to include these words. Gratitude, synonym with the word thankfulness, gratefulness, appreciation, recognition. That's why we keep on telling thank you, salamat po ng napakarami sa ating pong tagapamahalang pangkalahatang kapatid na Eduardo V. Manalo. Thank you so much po. And today, our episode will not be complete with our dear guests. Our special guest will be talking about how gratitude can help build stronger relationships and increase one's self-esteem and selflessness. I want to also include myself on how will I build that stronger relationship. All right. So without further ado, I would like you all to welcome our dear guest for today's episode, Sister Amy Idhao from the local of Charlotte. And take note, she is a Teacher of the Year. Give it up for Sister Amy.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sister Amy Idhao. I'm from the local congregation of Charlotte, and I am the local auditor. I am also a proud mother of two. I'm very happy to be back.
Yay! We are so happy to have you today, Sister Amy. Thank you so much. Dakal pong salamat. All right, so I think Kuya Tek is ready, and Sister Amy will tell us a story about the following photos that will be shown on our screen. So Kuya Tek, could kindly please show the first picture of Sister Amy. Thank you also to our Kuya Tek who is live on board right now on our INCRadio studio. All right, I think the first picture is ready. Sister Amy, go ahead.
Yeah. The first picture is when I won the Northeast Learning Community as a Teacher of the Year. So Northeast Learning Community is one of the out of 6 learning communities, and each learning community has around probably 60 elementary schools or schools. That is a very recent photo of our family when we had the Pasugo Quiz Bee. We won a second, but guess what? How many? There's only 2. There's only 2. So
well, that's even good, yes, Sister Amy, because your family joined.
Mm-hmm.
And
so this is a celebration. This one is a celebration of me winning the CMS Teacher of the Year. This is actually the breakfast celebration.
I wonder what's your breakfast on that day.
Sumptuous breakfast. Oh, this is when we actually, what was this? Oh, this is when we had our first guesting in INCRadio as a family. Family in focus, yes.
Those are nice pictures.
Yes, thank you. And this one is the time when I was announced the CMS Teacher of the Year. Look at those big check.
Wow. I think that's the last photo, Kuya Tek. Okay. Thank you so much, Kuya Tek. And Sister Amy, we were all inspired by your quick storytelling about your life. You have your career, your family, and most especially joining the church activities such as guesting in INCRadio and also sharing your story to all the brethren and be inspired more, and most especially joining the different activities in CFO, Christian Family Organization, like the one you said, the Pasugo International Quiz or the God's Message. Thank you so much, Sister Amy. Now, we are now going to talk about the power of gratitude. What is gratitude for you, Sister Amy?
Okay, Sister Lorraine. So I just like a disclaimer, I'm not a master. I haven't mastered the art of gratitude yet, but I am a work in progress. So let us learn together. So for me, gratitude is a deep sense of thankfulness, just like what you said a while ago with the vocabulary words that you had. So it's a deep sense of thankfulness and appreciation for what is around you. So whether it's a small thing or a big thing, so you just acknowledge, you recognize the good things happening in your life. It can also be the people around you, the experiences, good or bad, that you have, rather than taking them for granted. So gratitude is a deep sense of thankfulness and appreciation of the things around you.
Thank you so much, Sister Amy. And gratitude is not only saying thank you or salamat. It's a lot going on. And I like the one you said, it's good or bad. And we know that we are always being thankful whatever happens to our life. Let's go to number 2 question. Why is it important? Why is it important to have gratitude?
So I'm a very big advocate of gratitude, whether in my personal stand or as a mother or as a teacher. Because for me, gratitude is the mother of all the virtues. Because if we feel grateful, if we appreciate the things around us, then that leads to other virtues, just like hope or joy or happiness or respect. And later on, when gratitude is in action, we also have empathy or compassion for others and even kindness. So it all starts with gratitude. That's why it's really, really essential in our life.
That's very true, Sister Amy. And again, what I take note on the answers you told us a while ago, it's mother of all virtues. You cannot have hope, love without having that attitude of being of gratitude. I remember that. It sounds like have an attitude of gratitude. Am I correct, teacher?
Yes, you are right.
All
Attitude of
right.
gratitude all the time. Yes.
That is true. And Sister Amy, I know there are a lot of viewers right now are commenting and asking questions, and they're telling you like, thank you for sharing your thoughts. You're correct, Sister Amy. Can you share us what are some effective ways to cultivate gratitude in our daily lives?
All right, Sister Lorraine. So there are a lot of things that we can cultivate or we can practice gratitude in our daily lives. But of course, I love acronyms, right? So we're going to have 4 A's today. So the first one, this is different levels. The first one, for you to be able to practice gratitude, you have to be aware. So our first word is awareness. Yes. So awareness is you have to be aware of the positive things in your life. You have to, when you want to be aware, you have to take a step back and being mindful of the blessings you receive. What are the strategies for you to be aware. You can have like great gratitude note or gratitude journal. I have something like that where you list down all the things that you're thankful about. It doesn't need to be big things. It can be just like small things like, good meal, or the air that you breathe, or friendships, or your family, or roof over your head. All those things are all things that you have to be aware that you have. So the first one is being aware. Being aware also is the foundation of gratitude. If you're not aware, you will not be able to count your blessings, because you have to know what you have first. That is, awareness. What else? So gratitude journal. What else? Oh, I also have like this one I wanted to show you. This is really cute. It's like a blessing jar. Do you see it? Yeah. So where whenever you feel thankful, whenever something positive happens to your life, then you write it down on a piece of paper, write it down, and then you put it in there. So that is just to be aware of the things that you have. The second one is appreciation. That's our second A, appreciation. What is it? It's the act of truly valuing and acknowledging your blessings. So sometimes you're aware, but you're not actually, seeing the value of it. So when we say appreciation, you have to truly value what you have. When you value what you have, you spend time to it. Let's say when you value your life, you have to, what do? You walk, you exercise. When you value your family members, you spend time. Then the third A is actually acceptance. Acceptance is embracing the positive experiences and allowing them to fill your heart with gratitude. So you would know if you feel grateful when you have positive outlook in life, right? So even though there are challenges, there are trials, there are tribulations in life, but when you accepted or embrace the positive experiences, then your heart will be filled with gratitude. So all these three A's, awareness, appreciation, acceptance, those are like you're working it out in yourself, within you. But the fourth one is different. The fourth one is actually a manifestation of your gratitude. The fourth one is action. Action is when you take action to express your gratitude. Let's say you are very grateful of your life. You are breathing, you're healthy. Who gives the life? Of course, our Almighty God. Then how do you express that gratitude? That's where when your action begins. So you express your gratitude, you thank God every day through prayers. At the end of the day, thanking Him. Oh, thank God, nothing happened to me, nothing bad happened to me, all those things. So action turns gratitude into a living, evolving practice. Those are our four A's on how to effectively cultivate gratitude. So again, our first A is awareness, appreciation, acceptance, and action.
Wow, Sister Ivy, I like this discussion because you're giving us time to again remind us those four A's you gave us and also reflect on our own. And I could uh, see on the way you're telling us what are the A's. I remember when you told us this the beginning of our discussion, you showed a picture of your family, and I think I could relate. Awareness is uh, you have your family. You're aware that you have your positive things within your family that is going through with your family, sister. I mean, then you have the appreciation. You appreciate your husband, your children, and then the acceptance. Of course, having in your family, there are trials, there are good things, especially that's the one we are embracing of mostly the positive outlook in life. And then the last is action. You put it into practice. You spend a lot of time with your family, and now you're putting it into action to share it to our dear brethren, to the Church of Christ. You join united with the different activities you guest on INC Radio. And I think you have the power of gratitude. Sister
Thank you,
Amy.
Sister Lorraine. And when we put the gratitude in action, that is when you are inspiring others too. So it's really big to put our gratitude in action.
I love those 4 A's, Sister Amy. It's really, really interesting just listening to you and explain to us and our audience the positive and what it means to have gratitude. Now, my question to you, as a mother of two, how do you teach your children to have gratitude? And if you could also tell us if there are any barriers or when you do this, when you teach your children, if you could share it to us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Sister Boots, when we teach our children about gratitude, the first thing that comes to mind is lead by example. You know, we have this saying, what I hear, I forget, but what I see, I remember. So we have to demonstrate gratitude in our own life by expressing thanks to others, acknowledging kindness, and like through prayers when they see us that we are expressing and they see the gratitude in action, then they follow that one too. um, the hardest part for me that to cultivate gratitude is during challenges. It's easy um, to model gratitude when a lot of blessings are flowing your way, right? But it's very, very challenging to model gratitude or gratefulness in challenges. So, one way is when your child faces difficulties or disappointments, so you help find something positive to focus on or be grateful for. So, this teaches them resilience and have a positive outlook through tough times. Because we say that what we focus on grows, so let's focus on positive, so it grows, the positive grows. When we focus on negative, the negative grows. When we focus on positive, the positive grows. And have that gratitude conversation, find the silver lining. Volunteer together. This is also one powerful thing, because not only that we engage them in community service or activities as a family. This experience can help children understand the importance of giving back, and at the same time, they appreciate what they have by seeing others in difficult or different circumstances. So those are the ways that I will teach my children about gratitude. This is from my life experience too. So sometimes as parents, we wanted to tell our children, like, we don't want them to experience what we've experienced before. Like, for example, I was born not with a silver spoon. So I want my children to have a better life, right? So I don't want them to experience what I went through in life. But actually, we're not giving them a favor, because there are things in life that we cannot teach them. Only life can. Because experience is the best teacher. So let them experience adversities. I mean, of course, with our guidance, but let them experience it, because they will not be able to know how to react to it when they don't experience it. So those are the ways I will teach gratitude to my children. Your second question, Sister Boots, is what are the some common barriers to feeling grateful? Yes, this is really interesting. Barriers to feeling grateful. Number one barrier for me is comparison, right? You compare yourself to others. We have our own journey. So comparing oneself to others who seem to have more can diminish feelings of gratitude. My mom always tells me, when you catch yourself looking up because you might think that they seem to have more, look down, because there are more who seem to have less. So no comparison at all, because that will lead you to feelings of inadequacy, So that is number one. Number one um, thief of gratitude is comparison. Number two is entitlement. When you feel entitled to something, so for example, if you feel this you deserve something, then you won't be grateful if it's received. So we can't feel entitled of something. What else? Lack of awareness. When we're not, just like what we said, when we're not aware of the things that we have, we tend to when we're focusing on the negative thoughts. So we need visual reminders about that. And I have something for you that reminds me all the time. It says here, start each day with a grateful heart. So you need, if you are, if you catch yourself, oh, your thoughts are going negative, then you have to have a visual reminder of, how to be grateful. And the last one about barrier is your personal circumstances. Um, Difficult life circumstances such as, like, for example, financial difficulties or hardship, um, health issues, right? Or personal losses can understandably overshadow positive experiences and make it challenging for us to feel grateful. So those are all the barriers. But at the end, we have to overcome all those barriers.
I love what you said, Sister Amy. I like the example of comparison, because I tend to, as human beings, we are, we do that sometimes. And I do remember my mom says, don't ever compare yourself with somebody else or what you see. Just look at what you have and be thankful that you have it. And as far as kids, teaching kids to be uh, thankful and have gratitude in life. My kids were born here in the United States, and everything is just right at their hand. And I try to teach them how to be grateful and have gratitude on what they have. So the best example that I did was when I brought them to the Philippines. I said, remember the times when I tell you just be thankful of what you have here in the United States. And then we just happened to pass by. There was this little girl, and she was inside a big trash bin, and she was singing happily, looking for food. And I turned around to my kids and I said, look at this girl. She is so happy and thankful, and with what she has. Now look at what you have, because sometimes you complain about things in life. You have it so hard. Sometimes I said, like, now I want you to remember every time that you are not thankful, I want you to remember this little girl. And they just said, oh mom, now we know. So it's good to have, especially kids. You really need to show why it is important to have gratitude and be thankful in life, especially growing up in a different country. So but all you said is really, really true, and I'm so happy and so glad and grateful that you are sharing it with us and to our audience. And I think Brother Andrew has some follow-up questions.
Sister Amy, you mentioned comparison. You mentioned lack of awareness, entitlement, and circumstances as barriers to feeling gratitude. How would you tell us to overcome these barriers?
So, how to overcome them, brother Andrew, is, first of all, you have to count your blessings. You have to be aware of the things that you have, all the positive things that you have, rather than you don't. What else? You have to shift your perspective. You have to reframe your negative thoughts or situations into something positive, into some area of growth. What else? You have to practice mindfulness. You have to be mindful of the things that you have in life. You have to limit your comparison. Just like what I said, everyone goes to peaks and valleys in your own time. So we have our own peaks and valleys in our own time. So we cannot compare. I've read something. You are comparing your insides to others' outsides. We cannot do that because only you know about. So you cannot. You have to limit comparison. Sometimes, if you want to compare, it should serve like an inspiration, not a comparison. Yes. So those four things, Brother Andrew.
Sister Amy, so what are the benefits of gratitude? And that will help us to have the positivity so that we will be able to overcome these barriers.
we have different benefits of gratitude. First of all, it improves our mental health, of course. It also improves our physical health. Actually, all of these aspects in life, actually, it improves mental health, it improves physical health, social health, and of course, spiritual health, because we have to give back whatever whatever we have through our action of gratitude to our Almighty God. But aside from that, we also have like increased resilience when we practice gratitude, and we have a greater life satisfaction.
What can
Thank
you
you.
say? I'm sorry, one more question. What can you say about prayer and gratitude?
So just like what I said a while ago, brother Andrew. So our gratitude, when the gratitude fills our heart, we have to put that in action. So prayer is actually a very good tool to give back. All this gratefulness that we have to our Almighty God. So that's a powerful tool for us to be able to say we are grateful enough for the life and the strength that we have, for the family, actually even small things and big things. So that's actually putting our gratitude into action through our prayer.
Sister Lorraine?
Thank you so much, Sister Amy. We learned a lot from what we have discussed for today. I'm hoping we have our second part of this discussion and also another guesting time with you, Sister Amy. So before we give you a chance to greet, I would like to add up also on what Sister Amy have just told us a while ago about engaging community activities. That's why we always have our INC giving as a family. We are highly encouraging everybody to join us on our INC giving on our respective local congregation, and also prayers. Sister Amy mentioned about start each day with a grateful heart. We are teaching our children, our CWS, our children worship service, to pray. We are teaching them as early as very young age. We are teaching them on how to pray before we do anything. That's what I've learned from PNK, Pagsamba ng Kabataan. We learn in the morning, we start our day with the prayer, and not only start but ends our day with the prayer. That is our number one. That Sister Amy told me the very highlight of the power of gratitude is prayer, panalangin. And Sister Amy, I think you need to tell your highs and hellos to your fans right now that are chatting on our live chat. How you can greet your family and friends. Go ahead, Sister Amy.
First of all, here again. It's always nice to be here. I would like to greet my family, my children, Megan and Lee, and my husband, Marco. And I wanted to greet the local congregation of Charlotte as well. And all the viewers, thank you for engaging with us.
Thank you so much, Sister Amy. Let's call on Brother Andrew with our CFO in action.
Kuya Tech?
CFO in action.
Some of the past activities we've been blessed to have are police and firefighter appreciation, which continue in some of our local congregations. We've had our Pasugo quiz. So far, congratulations to the local and district winners. And for future activities, we're going to have singing for a cause, and some of us have begun practices for songs of salvation. I just saw a picture of a fireman's appreciation. What congregation is that in? Do you recall, Sister Lucy or Sister Lorraine?
I think that's the local of Sister Ivy, the Charlotte, or the local of Point.
Is that?
But anyhow, it's still in the District of Virginia. So thank you so much for uniting with our church activities. Is there more, Brother Andrew?
Yes, and in addition to our upcoming Songs of Salvation, which we'll begin practice for, our district winners in the Pasugo quiz will go on to a Pasugo quiz in a higher level. And stay tuned to your local congregation for more CFO activities.
And we would like also to recognize and say thank you for all our viewers and listeners at District of Virginia who keep on joining and chatting and joining our hashtag challenge announcement. So, Kuya Ted, so our winners for our hashtag challenge last week, June 2022, for the 5th place, we have the local of Huntsville. For our 4th place, the local of High Point. For the 3rd place, the local of Macon. Again, 5th place, Huntsville. Our 4th place, High Point. 3rd place, Macon. 2nd place, Charlotte. And for our 1st place, Raleigh. Congratulations and thank you again. We'll see you next week. Do not forget to put on your comments on our YouTube live chat, hashtag your local congregation. And dear brethren, our viewers and listeners, that is all the time we have. We would like to say our thank you to our brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our executive minister, our CFO coordinator, SEVC CEO, and President, Brother Angelo Eranio Manalo. Thank you so much, District of Virginia, and to all our viewers and listeners all over the world. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again next Saturday here on INCradio Virginia Satellite Studio. Bye! Salamat po!
Bye.
This is